Hi, it's Marcel with Guaranteed Rate, and I wanted to give you a market update for mid-August. And as many of you know, certainly right now, interest rates are absolutely phenomenal. In fact, they're at historic lows. And while that is some good news, there is some other information that goes along with that that you certainly need to be aware of if you are thinking about buying a home, selling a home, or work in the real estate market or mortgage industry. So right now, because interest rates are so low, there has just been a massive wave of people that are interested in buying homes and certainly also refinancing homes. With that, certainly the industry is excited about it, but the industry does not have the capacity to handle all of that volume. And so right now, turn times are going to be a little bit longer than we typically are used to. In fact, on refinances, you're probably going to be looking at somewhere around 60 days or so. And so that means that obviously that is going to take a little bit longer, but you are still in the home. With purchases, those are still getting expedited by mortgage companies. And in fact, we can still close purchase transactions in less than 30 days with a caveat. There has to be extreme cooperation. And what do I mean by that? In essence, whenever an appraisal is ordered, it has to be ordered on the very front end of the process. So what we do, whenever we have a contract which is received, we go ahead and concurrently order that appraisal with the option period so that it can get in line. Why is that so important? Because right now appraisals are taking about 2 weeks to 2.5 weeks depending on area. And if you start getting more into the outskirts, let's say you're in further East Texas, further West Texas, we've actually seen appraisals that are being quoted by appraisers as taking 3 weeks, 4 weeks, even 5 weeks in some more isolated areas. So definitely be aware of the timeline when it comes to appraisals. Also, your cooperation is going to be extremely needed in these times. Literally, because the mortgage industry does not have the employees to handle all of the volume that's currently going on, that means that all of the employees that are working are typically going to be working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours or more on a daily basis trying to get through all of that. So if you can cooperate and turn in your documentation quickly, that is certainly appreciated. Now, with COVID, there are actually some additional requirements that have been placed on the mortgage industry by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Those are going to be for re-verification of employment and assets just before closing. So typically we would just get some pay stubs, bank statements, it would go into underwriting and then everything would be okay. Well, now before closing, we're actually having to re-verify with employers that someone is still working there at the same amount of pay. Why is that? Because there's a lot of people that are in industries right now or working for companies to where their pay has been cut, or maybe they're just working 80%. And so with that, that's certainly going to be reflected on the pay stub, and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are requiring us to check that information just before closing. So if you are in the process of buying a home, make sure that you hang on to those pay stubs because there's a high probability those are going to get asked for just before closing, so hang on to those. Also, there are new rules in place for people that are self-employed. It has become much trickier in order to document self-employment income. So with that, now Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have come out with some guidelines to where now we don't just need the previous year's tax returns, but we're also going to need an up-to-date P&L statement. In addition to that, we need business bank statements. And that can be really tricky for some people because sometimes people don't just have a business account. Sometimes they commingle those funds with their personal accounts. So if you are thinking about buying a home and you are self-employed, definitely get the process going very, very early so we can make sure that all the T's are crossed, I's are dotted, and that things go very smoothly for you. In any case, I'm Marcel with Guaranteed Rate. If there's anything I can do or answer for you, please just let me know. Again, I will talk to you soon, and you have a great day. Thanks.